minute, Lizzie. Excuse me. Jane.
Isn't it quite magnificent, Lizzie? The way that the sunshine is dancing on the lake, it is quite mesmerizing, isn't it?
It's truly mesmerizing, Uncle Gardiner. I know Mr. Darcy has such an impeccable taste.
Speaking of Mr. Darcy, how do you feel about another your chief estate?
Well, I must admit, my feelings are complicated. At first, his pride seemed insurmountable. But there is something different about him here.
Perhaps you see him in a new light. He is more human in his setting, isn't he?
Miss Bennett, Mr. Gardiner,
Oh, Mr. Darcy,
can I join you?
of course you may. Well, Mr. Darcy, I was just showing Elizabeth your estate. It is quite wonderful. Let me say so.
Thank you. I take great pride in it. Though it is the people who live with warmth that really matters.
Indeed they do, Mr. Darcy. Indeed they do. Well, Mr. Darcy, I will be on my way. I hope you and Elizabeth can have a nice time.
Uncle Gardiner,
Miss Bennett, there are things I need to confess.
confess, Mr. Darcy?
Yes, I was wrong to dismiss you and your family. You are showing me more grace than I ever deserved.
But, Mr. Darcy,
Please,
this is quite an unexpected turn.
it is a change I did not foresee myself. Being in your presence, seeing your strength and integrity has changed me.
Well, change takes time, Mr. Darcy.
Yes, Miss Bennett, and I hope I can show you. I wish to be better for you, Miss Bennett.
I appreciate your honesty.
Thank you. This is all I ask. Will you let me introduce you to my sister at London?
Surely, I would love to make her acquaintance.
Thank you, Miss Bennett. I hope we can see again soon.
Before you announce, Gavin, your trifles, madam, I have some real import for you. A letter from Colonel Foster in London.
From Lydia?
She has gone off with Mr. Wickham.
What? Lydia married? Oh, how happy I am, Mr. Bennett.
Wait, my dear. From a note that Lydia left, it is certain that she wanted to be married at once. But what from Colonel Foster has been able to find out no marriage has taken place.
No marriage!
What is it?
Marriage!
Lydia has eloped with Mr. Wickham and no marriage has taken place. Oh, poor Lydia.
No marriage!
Colonel Foster believes they were headed for London. I will start there at once. Your Uncle Gardiner may help me to find them out.
Ma, don't cry.
Now who is to fight Wickham? Mr. Bennet is also going away. I know he'll fight Mr. Wickham and he'll be killed. We shall all be turned out. All of this is because you couldn't marry Mr. Collins.
Please, Mama. Come with us, let me.
Mr. Darcy is here to see you, madam.
Oh, Mr. Darcy, show him in. How do you do, Mr. Darcy? I'm surprised to see you.
You would not also be a little happy to see me?
Happy? Mr. Darcy, I find it hard to be happy.
What is the matter, Miss Bennet? Calm yourself.
There is nothing the matter. I'm only distressed by some dreadful news.
I was riding back from London. How fortunate it is. But I'm here.
Is it?
It is, if you could let me be of some service to you.
Well, my youngest sister has thrown herself into the power of Mr. Wickham.
Mr. Wickham,
She has no money, no connection, nothing that can tempt him to marry her.
now you see his true character.
How we have wronged you in his matter, Mr. Darcy.
Calm yourself, Miss Bennet. And what is being done to recover her?
Well, my father is going to London, but nothing can be done.
Don't lose all hope, Miss Bennet. Now, I must ask you to excuse me.
You're going?
To London, immediately.
Mr. Darcy, will you ever forgive me for thinking ill of you?
I will try.
Is your mother any better this morning?
Very little. She claims over and over again that her heart is broken.
I blame myself for this. I should have listened to you and never let Lydia go to Britain.
You mustn't be too severe on yourself, Papa. It's too late for that anyways.
Jane has persuaded Mama to come downstairs.
Oh, is she dressing?
Yes, also she declares she's too weak to stand.
Your mother knows how to give such elegance to misfortune. Perhaps I'll do the same when Kitty runs away.
I'm not going to run away, Papa. If I would have gone to Brighton, I'd have behaved better than Lydia.
You go to Britain? No. No. I have learned to be cautious, and you will feel the effects of it. Oh, well. Do not make yourself unhappy. Perhaps if you're a good girl for the next 10 years, I might take you to the theatres.
No, Mama, don't hurry.
What a dreadful state I'm in! Such a tremblings and flutterings all over me!
You should try to think of something else, Mama.
Such spasms in my side and pain in my head! Such beatings at my heart that I get no rest! Day or night!
No.
She is in tears.
We shall all float away if there are any more tears shed.
This is the most unfortunate affair and will probably be much talked of.
No, Mama, don't cry.
We must stem the tide of spite and pour into wounded bosoms of each other.
Perhaps you should get some fresh air.
Unhappy as the event must be for Lydia.
And please keep quiet.
The woman's reputation is no less harder than beautiful.
Don't cry, Mama.
She's too guarded. Oh!
Who would think Wickham?
Would you like to care for a cup of tea, Mama?
Tea? When my heart is broken? Oh, who would think Bennett would return from London without finding a trace of them?
We should hope for the best, Mama.
Now who is to make Wickham marry Lady? Lydia. Tell the cook to make the tea strong with plenty of sugar.
I've already told her, Mama.
It's nice and hot, madam, and will do you good.
It will take more than a tea to comfort me.
What is it, Hill? So I thought you'd like to hear Netherfield is occupied again.
What? What?
So the housekeeper informed me Mr. Bingley is expected to be back this morning.
Mr. Bingley is returning? Did you hear that, Jane? Not that I care about it though.
You're just getting cold, Mama.
He's all welcome to Netherfield, and your papa must wait on him.
He shall do nothing of that kind.
No.
Should we not leave the initiative to Mr. Bingley?
My own daughters won't appreciate my feeling. This is all too much for my strength.
Shall I help you in your room, Mama?
Do not bother, Lizzie. I'll bear all my sufferings alone.
Lizzie, I assure you that the news does not bring me either pleasure or pain. I wish I could see some happiness for both of us. I can even hardly bear to hear him perpetually talked about. Mama means well, but she doesn't know. No one can know. I'm sorry that he comes at all. Yes, Lizzie.
Jane! Lizzie! Congratulate me! I'm married.
Lydia! We didn't know. Papa went to London, but
La! It was not to be expected he could find us.
Lydia.
Lydia married! Lydia married at 16! You're so pretty, you wedding dress, Lydia! I'm so proud of you. My dear, you must decide upon how much you are giving them. So pretty.
I'm glad you find happiness in this situation. Tell Mr. Wickham I need to speak to him.
Sure, Papa. Do the people hear about Snow that I'm married?
How can they when the assets are just found out?
La, I was afraid they might not. We passed Lady Lucas's carriage, and I was determined she should know it. So I took off my glove and let my hand rest on the carriage so that she might see my ring. And then I bowed and smiled like anything.
You did not.
Your bonnet is the prettiest I've ever seen.
The color is far too gay.
Now, I must tell Hill to prepare the sound chamber.
I'll also come with you. I want to see his face when she hears the news.
Mary, I might find you useful sometimes. Don't you both want to know how it was all managed?
No.
La, you both are so strange. But I must tell you how it all went on. My uncle and aunt and I went together to the church, and Mr. Darcy and Mr. Wickham met us there.
Mr. Darcy?
La, was I surprised when he walked in.
Mr. Darcy found you?
Yes.
What else did Mr. Darcy do?
Oh, he cleared my dear Wickham's debts here and there, a few £1,000 or so, and purchased a commission for my dear Wickham in Newcastle.
What? Newcastle? You'll be living quite far from us.
Yes, but you must all come to visit me. I will arrange balls for you. I must tell Mama at once.
He should have done so much for a family. The humiliation is more than I can bear. He has done it for you, Lizzie. I'm afraid that I can't believe it. You must.
Lady Catherine Depot married.
Muslin! Lady Catherine! I can't believe my ears.
Lizzie, she must be coming to see you.
I wonder why. We thoroughly dislike each other.
Show her. Lady Catherine.
Mrs. Bennett, I wish to speak to Miss Elephant.
Oh, of course, Lady Catherine. Is there anything?
Hello. Miss Bennett, I trust you are doing well. I have come here to discuss an important matter.
What is it, my lady?
It has come to my attention that there are whispers regarding Mr. Darcy's affection. I believe it is time for you to be aware of certain realities.
Mr. Darcy? What do you mean?
Mr. Darcy is engaged to my daughter, and it's a match that I have arranged and one which is most suitable.
Your daughter Annie? I didn't know Mr. Darcy was engaged.
Indeed, and it's paramount that you understand your position. Any notion that you might have heard about Mr. Darcy's affection should be discussed.
I assure you, my lady, I've never presumed upon Mr. Darcy's feelings.
You must not entertain any thoughts, otherwise I will not allow a connection between him and someone of your standing. It's simply unacceptable.
I appreciate your concern, but I believe individuals should choose their own path, regardless of the social standings.
Your opinions are noted, but they hold no weight. You must understand that this engagement is not merely about love, but about propriety and respectability.
I understand, but it is ultimately Mr. Darcy's choice whom he chooses to love, and I will not stand in the way of that.
You're a stubborn girl, Miss Bennett. I'll not forget this encounter.
Aunt Catherine, since Miss Bennett is too polite to ask,
My dear Darcy,
I must ask you to leave.
I take no leave of you, Miss Bennett. I send no compliments to your mother. You deserve no such attention.
Mr. Darcy, you sure have come upon such a scene.
It gives me courage to hope, but there will still be a chance for me. Is there, Miss Elizabeth?
You have done so much for me, for my family. Lydia told me.
I asked her not to mention it. In a way, I'm to blame for not having you told of Wickham's true character.
I will not let you tell me anything. It was you who sent Mr. Bingley back here too, wasn't it?
I was wrong to take them away, believe me. I hadn't realized the strength of Jane's attachment for him and of his for her.
My behavior towards you has been unpardonable from the very beginning, and you have repaid only with kindness.
It is my behavior that was unpardonable. My pride.
And my prejudice. When I think of the things I said to you, I despise myself.
Am I still the last man in the world who could ever prevail upon to marry you?
How you must hate me, Mr. Darcy.
Is there no possible way in which I can take you to accept me?
Please don't. I'm wretched.
Beautifully wretched. I love you.
Mr. Darcy.
Will you do me the honors of becoming my wife?
Yes, Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Bingley is here, madam.
So soon?
With Mr. Darcy too.
Show them.
Mr. Bingley, Mr. Darcy.
Good afternoon, madam. I wish to speak to Miss Jane alone in the garden for a while.
Of course. Of course. Sure, sure.
Miss Jane, I have realized something of utmost importance. Your kindness, your gentle spirit, your unwavering belief has completely stolen my heart.
But Mr. Bingley.
Let me finish. I know efforts to distance in the
past. And I apologize for it. I have learned from it.
I'll forgive you, Mr. Bingley.
I wish to spend the rest of this life with you. Will you do me the honor of becoming my wife, Miss Jane?
Yes, Mr. Bingley.
I love you, Miss Jane.
I love you, Mr.
Lizzie! Jane! I'm marrying Mr. Bingley. I'm so glad to hear it. I'm marrying Mr. Darcy.
I'm so happy for you, Lizzie.
Mrs. Bennet, your future son-in-laws.
Mr. Darcy too?
I've always loved him, Mama.
Good gracious! Mr. Darcy! Lord bless me! Who would think of it? You're the sweetest. You're my favorite daughter, Lizzie. Congratulations, sir. You're my favorite daughter too.
If you shall excuse us, I wish to take Jane to the garden.
Yes, of course, dear. We will excuse them. Won't we, Mr. Bennet?
Yes, yes. I think we had better. Miss Elizabeth, let's go out for a walk. If there are any more men for Kitty and Mary, if there are any more men for Kitty and Mary, send them in. I'm quite at leisure.
Mr. Bingley has 4,000 pounds a year, and Mr. Darcy 10,000 pounds a year, and a house in a town. Did you hear that, Mr. Bennet? Mr. Bennet, 5,000 pounds a year. Mr. Bennet.
Abhyudaya as Mr. Bennet and Wickham.
Mandara as Mrs. Bennet.
Haripriya as Elizabeth Bennet.
M.A. Sunuka as Charles Bingley.
Vijayta as Jane.
S.S. Mahalakshmi as Lydia.
Arshita as Mary. Varshini as Catherine.
Regina as Charlotte Lucas.
Aryan as Colonel Fitzwilliam and Sir William Lucas.
Dr. Srivastava as Uncle Carson.
Ranjan as
Ravani as Miss Bingley. Lady Lucas and Phil.
Sheshman as Colin.
Disha Bansal as the narrator.
Nihar Aryan as Fitzwilliam Darcy. Daniel.
Ravi backstage.
Can you have the director and the English team coming up?
Thank you everyone. This is Sana Vasishta and this
was Pride and Prejudice for you all. Thank you.
It's okay.
What a captivating performance it was. I now request our principal sir to kindly share a few words about the play.
And you have some light from the audience also. So
House lights on.
it's okay, they can hear. I don't know, it doesn't work when you hold it, but otherwise you can hear the word. Yeah, it's do you all like it? Enjoyed the show? Wonderful. So it was my dream for last 2-3 years, and I've been talking about this play.